on Orr Street, there was a T on Ford Road there, and there were cars coming in both directions, and so I pulled into the side of the stop sign. I sideswiped the stop sign, and it peeled back my door and my fender and everything, but it stopped me. People got out screaming at me, and I'm like, my brakes went out, and they got in the car and pushed on the brakes to see if I was telling the truth, and they went all the way to the floor. So anyway, I lost my 74 Comet in that accident. I ended up basically giving it to my cousin, and it cost me $78.20 to fix the stop sign. Anyway, I've got to save that. Wildlife Safari in Winston, Oregon. This was important because it's a place I went with Dina years ago, but we also took my kids here, my wife and I, after we had kids, and anyway, it was an interesting thing. I went there and I got to hold a baby tiger, and it's how I found out I was allergic to horses and mules and anything else in that kind of family. This weird picture is us at Yosemite, and you can see I was 400 and something pounds at the time, not nearly the great god I am today. Anyway, so that's a thing I printed out years ago. I guess I should save it up with pictures. This Stevie Nicks book, like Rock a Little World Tour, it doesn't sound that impressive. Actually, what is that in the middle? Stevie Nicks and Peter Frampton. It's a concert I went to, July 4th. What year was that? Anyway, Stevie Nicks was like one of my sex symbols, I guess. But interesting. So I got Stevie Nicks stuff there, and then about the same time, this is the thing about devilish ideas about Ron Dio. Ronnie James Dio was another person I went to this concert, and we had to cross picket lines, and because people were protesting him because he was a devil worshiper. He really wasn't. Ronnie James Dio was, I believe, Jewish, just like two of the members of Kiss are Jewish. But anyway, these are just some little... I have these types of things instead of t-shirts, because the t-shirts didn't fit me. You know, I was 400 pounds or whatever. I couldn't buy a concert t-shirt. So I bought a bunch of concert t-shirts later, and I just, someday when I can get into extra large, I'll wear them. And then we had a garage sale when we lived on Irvington Road, in Irvington Drive in Ukiah, and Becky snuck a lot of my t-shirts out there. And I found a lady that she had a bunch of them in a bag, and so I was going to ask her to give the t-shirts back, and the next thing you know, she sneaks out of the yard and leaves with the t-shirts, doesn't even pay for the t-shirts. But so that was kind of interesting. But, you know, there's stuff. I used to stress about stuff, but I don't anymore. Oh, wow. I said I was going to get through this. This is a picture of my dad in his last days. And you can see the difference in some of those other pictures. This is a hard thing to see because my dad was always the tough guy. You know, he was a boxing champ in the military, and you know, anything he ever did, he had trophies for. And so to see him frail like that is difficult. So this is a book. It's a journal, and it looks like this is probably Megan's. She's the only one that ever put all this kind of effort. It'd be either Megan or Emily, but San Francisco Symphony, 2002, so it was not Emily. It must have been... No, this is Robert. Wow. He did a good journal. Huh. 200 Irvington. I heart my house. I have a big house. My house is a nice house for me. But Robert, if you need it, it's here in this box. There's a Now we're into the stuff that I saved. And so, ironically, here's a clipping of my dad winning a trophy. So, brother. Why can't people come together when they're alive, you know? There's a couple different things in here. Like, I'm trying to figure out this right here. We did a thing when in my student teaching year where we did Remembering the Holocaust, and this is a Holocaust survivor thanking us for doing that. And so to me, that was something that showed that we were making a difference, even if it wasn't to the students at the time. My battery's half dead. I'm not sure how much longer this is going to go, but we'll see. Alright, another newspaper. Clowns are people too. Alright, so this is Megan getting her face painted. So I'll save that in here. This is Wildcats. Ukiah High gains new teachers and administrators in 09 and 10. So this is sad because a couple of these people are dead. Robert Griffith, a returning teacher at Ukiah High School, is teaching computers and careers as well as intro to U.S. history. And this is, since it's 2009, this is when I went back to Ukiah. Because I started there in 98, I believe. And then I left to come to Tennessee. Actually, I left to become a Curriculum and Technology Integration Facilitator. No, Regional Technology Coordinator for California Technology Assistance Project, CTAP. And then after about a year and a half of that, I left. We moved to Tennessee, where I became a Curriculum and Technology Integration Facilitator at Oak Ridge High School. So this is a daily journal from 1998. And I'm looking at the very back, and it says North Korea has underground nuclear plant report. So that's kind of interesting. But I'm wondering why I saved this newspaper. I don't know if this is... There's Dr. Gary at Ukiah High School. Oh, it's talking about the new teachers, and I'm in there. Jason Iverson, Joanne Levin, Brad McClanahan, Kathleen Stone, Laura Crutcher, Jerry Aronson. Wow, that's pretty cool. And then a coupon for the Broiler Steakhouse. Alright, so these coupons, if you can see them down here, I know it sounds stupid, but it was $18, and it was a dinner for two, New York steak or grilled chicken breast. And so my wife and I would go to the Broiler every now and then, and that was our celebration time. If anything big happened, we went to the Broiler Steakhouse. I would like for people, when I finally pass, to take a day and go to the Broiler Steakhouse. I know it's not the same as it used to be, but it's something that at the time was important for us. Here's a back to school thing for, boy, when is this? I should see a date, right? 50 cents, let's see. I don't see a date. Volume 151, number 130. Oh, duh, it's right in the middle top. Monday, August 17th, 2009. And what it is it's this article about back to school, and they chose to put me there.